Welcome to the Transum Podcast, a monthly roundup of the new features on the transum.org website, providing mathematical puzzles, games, learning activities, and the ever-popular mathematics lesson starter of the day. Here's your host, John Tranter.
Hello and welcome to podcast number 54 for May 2019. And I know it's an old joke, but we are just now a couple of days away from Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. Yeah, I'm sure you've heard that before, but it's quite a nerdy joke for a maths podcast. Anyway, the other interesting thing about this month is that the 1st of May is the only first day of the month which falls on a Wednesday during the whole of this year. Wow. Anyway, enough of the May trivia. Let's get on with the puzzle of the month, which is really more of a riddle. You walk into a room with a monkey holding a banana, a kitten drinking milk, and a dog chasing a stick. Who is most likely to be able to work out the square root of 121? So, who in the room is most likely to be able to work out the square root of 121? Right, well, that's your riddle. The answer will be at the end of this podcast, so you've got a little thinking time. And while you do think, I'll let you know about the new additions to the Transum website during this last month, during April. So, Easter fell in April this year, and even though Transum doesn't have a themed Easter collection of activities, there is one activity that could conceivably be considered as the Easter contribution. It is called Egg Box Investigation, but it is very suitable to do any time of the year, whether you celebrate Easter or not, and it challenges pupils to arrange eggs in boxes, different size boxes, in some sort of logical way so that they can eventually work out how many different arrangements there are. And it's sort of an open-ended, really, investigation. You can take it in many different directions, but the initial stages are on the interface that's been designed online so that it will enable the pupils to arrange the eggs in boxes, take little snapshots of each arrangement they found, and then order the snapshots into some sort of logic of their devising so that they can see if they've missed any, or they will know for certain when they have got to the end and found them all. And perhaps this online simulation will complement a practical session with real egg boxes and mini chocolate eggs, or maybe not. I'm not sure. Anyway, let's hope it does inspire pupils to go on and investigate more fully. So I create new activities for the website when a need arises, and some of my students have recently begun calculus, and integration was the theme of the week, so I created an integration online exercise which goes up in levels of sort of the various stages of learning that you would go through when studying integration. But the interesting thing is that I've used a new active input feature so that as the students type in the answers, the fractions will look like proper fractions and the exponents will be in the position they're supposed to be in, and it looks far more mathematically correct. So using the / for fractions, it sort of turns the fraction into a one number directly over above the other, and so on. So I'm quite pleased to see how this system works. It's sort of going quite well so far, but I think I'll be rolling it out to other exercises in the near future, so let me know what you think. Next, superfluous was inspired by a question I saw on a previous year's National Curriculum test paper, Year 6 National Curriculum test paper. And I suppose technically the puzzles in the exercise are simultaneous equations. but they are designed for pupils who are many years away from learning formal methods of solutions, and they make great problem-solving challenges. So look that one up. Superfluous. All the activities I'm talking about now are linked to from transom.org/newsletter. Alternatively, you could go to the search box, which is at the bottom of every page, and type in these words to find the activities. Next, foursome. This provides a more accessible version, really, I suppose, of the... there are many digit 1 to 9 number placing puzzles on the website, so this foursome narrows it down a bit and makes it a bit accessible to younger pupils. So there are only 4 digits that need to be arranged into an addition calculation to produce the given sum. Next we have sorting. Haven't I been busy this last month? Sorting units. It's also brand new, and you have to order the 10 containers according to their values, and their values in various levels are money, length, or weight, and the difficulty is provided that the values are written in different units, so you have to know which value will be larger or smaller than others, and so on. Let me know if you have comments, as usual. Next, now, Geometry Toolbox. Now, this is a truly amazing online tool. It is dynamic geometry at its best and should be in every teacher's repertoire of visual aids. However, I cannot claim any credit for it because the software that makes this page work has been generously shared by GeoGebra. So if you're used to using GeoGebra, if that's how you pronounce it, you'll be familiar with this. So I've added a list of suggested activities for different ability levels. Have a look at that and have a play around with it, I guess, before you try it out with a class. The last new activity to have been added to the website this last month, April, is logarithms. Now, older teachers, just like myself, will remember back in the day, before calculators were widely available, we used logs to actually perform difficult multiplication and division calculations. Basically, we had to look up the number in a book of tables, log tables, and once we'd converted the numbers to logs, we then added the logs together because adding was much easier than multiplication, and then we had to use the table of antilogs to convert back to a number. What a long process that was, just to multiply two numbers together. Anyway, this activity is nothing like that. It's designed to meet the objectives of the A-level and IB courses. So if you are teaching at that level, maybe that might be useful for you and your students. Have a look.
You are listening to the Transom podcast. You can find Transom Mathematics at www.transom.org.
This month, I would like to welcome new and returning subscribers from these countries: the United Kingdom, Australia, New Zealand, Indonesia, the United States, Hong Kong, Singapore, and Korea. You are all very welcome. Now, don't forget, you can listen to this month's podcast, which you're listening to now, so that doesn't make much sense. Anyway, it's available on Stitcher, if you didn't know, if you wanted to subscribe on Stitcher or Apple Podcasts. And you can follow Transom on Twitter, if you look up @Transom on Twitter and then click the follow button. Or if you're a Facebook person, you can like the Transom page on Facebook. That would be great. Finally, the answer to this month's riddle is you. Yes, because did you forget you are in the room as well as the three animals? And out of the four of you, I think that you are the most likely to know that the square root of 121 is 11. That's all for now. See you next month. Bye.
Thank you for downloading and listening to the Transum podcast. You can find the website at www.transum.org, where you're welcome to use all of the activities absolutely free, or jump in with both feet and become a Transum subscriber.